I'm saying they were Democrats that killed them. This is not Republicans killing
You don't know that.
No, that is
I'm sorry.
You do not know that.
Because the violence in this country is one-sided, and everyone knows it, right? What Trump is talking about is sedition, which is a law put to death as well, right? So, like, that's our first president that we ever had. Trump is...
Wait, hold on.
Let me just be clear.
Are you suggesting that Trump is right, that these Democrats...
No, you guys are making the same mistake that you always do about Trump, which is that you're taking him literally instead of seriously. What he is obviously pointing out...
Follow the law. Don't follow illegal orders.
Why do you need to tell people to follow the law?
Do you think that is sedition?
Everyone in the military knows you need to follow the law.
It is a yes or no question. President Trump.
But what those Democrats are doing is absolutely treasonous. It's disloyal. They are illegal orders. Where are they? Give me the example of the
Democrats
illegal
were
order.
saying specifically, you're not obligated to follow illegal orders.
Okay, then what illegal order?
Hello, everybody. Guys, I couldn't believe my eyes. We got MAGA's My Little Pony on the panel today. Let's get into this segment and we'll talk about it.
Welcome back. When it comes to Donald Trump's rhetoric, America is well rehearsed. There's been a decade of insults, provocations, controversies. You named the line, and Trump has pretty much crossed it. But did he go too far this time? 6 Democrats released a video telling service members to disobey illegal orders. The president called them traitors. He said that they could be executed for seditious behavior. He even promoted another message that called for their hangings. One columnist says it's all a distraction from the bad news that he's been facing this week, from Epstein to the economy. Now, while that could most certainly be true, can it be ignored? Should it be ignored? Especially when those lawmakers say that his rhetoric is putting their lives actually in danger. After all, Trump and Republicans get angry when Democrats, liken his behavior to a fascist or a dictator. But calling for the execution of political opponents fits the definition. And it's certainly more extreme than calling someone a descriptor. I mean, do you think that, I hear this sort of like, don't fall for the okie doke, he's just trying to distract you thing from Democrats a lot. Do you think this falls into that category, or is it something else?
Well, I mean, I think, frankly, you've got two sides that are preparing for perhaps what's going to happen over the course of the next year. Donald Trump's approval ratings are dismal. The Republican Party is on their back heels. They got destroyed, wiped out in a way that I haven't seen in 20 years in those elections 2 weeks ago. And so I think...
I said it before, Republicans got creamed, guys, and not in a good way. I really should make that into a shirt.
There's genuine concern amongst a lot of people in the country that Donald Trump is going to send in troops. He's already got these 500-person rapid response forces that are beginning to train and are going to be able to be deployed by spring. I think there's a lot of people who are concerned about what's going to happen over the course of the next 12 months in the run-up to the midterm elections. And I think the Democrats were trying to get out in front of that, and I think Donald Trump is trying to prevent them from getting out in front of it. And, you know, his rhetoric is, of course,
terrifying.
Extreme.
His rhetoric is terrifying.
It's terrifying, but I think it's also indicative of what he's willing to do over the course of the next 12 months to make sure that Republicans retain the House.
No, I mean, but what do you mean? Do you mean in terms of actually following through on the threats, or what?
Well, I think there is a concern that Donald Trump is going to try and prevent the midterm elections from happening.
Okay, you're talking about these are the illegal orders.
Oh, okay, that he's trying to. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Senor Cedar there, Sam Cedar, is right. I don't know why I call him Senor. And when you add up the other things he has done, it just seems to me Trump will not be leaving quietly again. Like, guys, that ballroom that Trump is building, I was reading that it won't be done until 2029, and that's optimistically. So he won't even get to use it? Do we really think Trump had that thing built for the next president? And I know it's a stupid point to make, but Trump is a stupid man. You have to try and reduce your intelligence to his level. And again, he just did this. He attempted an insurrection with the help of white nationalists and then pardoned all of them. Like, at the very least, he will do something, I believe, to help the Republican nominee with the presidency, if not for himself. I just do not see the man going quietly and respectfully. He just doesn't have it in him. We've seen it before. The only one other time he completely failed. One of his own dumbass supporters died.
But let's just talk about just what's happening right now and how we just think that he's planning ahead. What world do we live in when a president, it gives an idea that, yes, I think execution is okay for my political opponents? What world do we live in when we just ignore that and we don't talk about what that actually means? Because we're used to what he's done. He's numbed us. We're normalizing his behavior. I think that's really dangerous. And I think all of it, yes, it is a distraction. Yes, it is something for us to pay attention to. But how dangerous is it as we come off of an assassination of Charlie Kirk? How dangerous is it to hear him say this as if someone
the violence in this country is one-sided, and everyone knows it, right? What Trump is talking about is sedition, which is a law and order process. It goes, by the way, you know, George Washington had generals who did insurrections put to death as well, right? So, like, that's our first president that we ever had. Trump is...
Wait, hold on.
Let me just be clear.
Are you suggesting that Trump is right that these Democrats
what I'm saying is that you guys are making the same
is.
mistake that you always do about Trump, which is that you're taking him literally instead of seriously. What he is obviously pointing out...
He's the president of the United States. I think it is warranted to take him quite literally.
But you fall for this game every time.
I'm sorry. He is not not candidate Trump anymore. It's President Trump.
But what those Democrats are doing is absolutely treasonous. It's disloyal. They are causing division within the military. Who's issuing unlawful orders?
How is that treasonous?
What are you worried about?
Not the same type of normalizing of violent rhetoric that led to the assassinations that we've seen. That's come from DNR. I mean, we've seen.
Which are?
I'm saying
Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota
were
assassinated.
The ones that were killed after the Medicaid wasn't expanded to illegal immigrants?
Hold on. Wait, excuse me?
It's just all...
No.
Are you saying that's okay?
No, I'm saying they were Democrats that killed them.
No,
this is not Republicans.
You don't know that.
No, that is
I'm sorry.
not
You do not know that.
Because Charlie Kirk was actually a friend.
I understand
And to hear people talk about Donald Trump and Republicans inciting violence, it's just crazy.
The history of political violence...
My Little Pony, what the hell is he talking about? And guys... By the way, I'm not making fun of gay people. I make fun of everyone. I stand with gay, lesbian, all effing people. Leave people the F alone is my slogan. I'm just a bit brash in pointing out the hypocrisy by conservatives, right? I just don't want people to get misunderstood. I just try to be as direct and simple as possible in the points I make. I know Papi's a bit aggressive at times, but it's okay. It's okay. I come in peace. But this idiot, My Little Pony, Republicans and violence. It's just crazy. What, who, what, when, where, why? These people, they'll justify everything. And I showed this segment, I know we did a segment on this a couple days ago, but I show it again because just to show you how all of them, when asked, they'll defend it. It's beyond the cult now. What you heard My Little Pony just did there at the beginning. Wait, well, George Washington, our first president, had some insurrectionists put to death. What? What are you talking about? How they're being insurrectionists by telling soldiers not to follow illegal orders, which is, by the way, they're politicians. They're allowed to do this. They're allowed to fundraise from this. They're allowed to say these things. It's freedom of speech. They're not telling them to don't follow legal orders, you effing idiot. These people are truly disgusting. Abby tried to check him, and he squirmed away. But that's what he was saying. Well, it was done before, so it's not like it's unprecedented or anything like that. What's an execution here and there between friends, huh? These people are truly out of their effing minds, guys. He said it's insane to think Trump incited violence. He incited an insurrection, you idiot. Even Scott Jennings, the most loyal baby mama Trump has, wrote an entire article and said this much. But he's not violent. And he mentioned Charlie Kirk. He was completely part of it, that idiot, and had busted a bunch of his losers to the insurrection. Just amazing, which resulted in tons of officers getting the crap beat out of them. Ashley Babbitt, one of those cultists, Trump cultists, got shot like an idiot and passed away. All because Trump told him to do so, and Charlie helped. Don't mention these two idiots.
In this country is not a Democrat story. That is factually inaccurate.
It is in the last 5 years.
No, it is in the last 1 year. One, single. Okay? This year, 2025, is the first and only year in the last 20 years where left-wing violence has exceeded right-wing violence. That is a fact. In the last 5 years, it's been 4 years, it's right-wing violence, 1 year left-wing violence. So you can have the aperture only be expanded to the last 10 months, but in the history of this modern political time, that is just not accurate. But even if it were,
he's
if
not allowed
Donald
to say
Trump thinks that there is a problem of political violence in this country, why on earth
would he say
are
that?
comments like these acceptable to
Sedition
you?
is a lawful process. You have to be
Sure.
tried and convicted in the court of law. He's not
But
encouraging
you
people.
actually
He's not saying
believe,
this is Hitler.
But hold on a second.
These people are fascists.
You actually believe that Democrats putting out a video saying follow the law
I think
is
it was
sedition?
terrible. I think it was terrible.
You think that's sedition?
And look, we've already seen Democrats weaponize
Terry,
the
let me
government.
ask you a question. Do you think that Democrats putting out a video saying this is follow the law,
defend everything.
don't follow
Why do you need
illegal
to tell
orders,
people to follow the law?
do you think that is sedition?
What, everyone in the military
It's a
knows
yes
you need
or
to follow
no. It
the
is
law.
a yes or no question.
Is
it sedition to tell people to follow the law?
I think Democrats have a long and standing history of undercutting
I'm just
and undermining
saying
the Constitution.
you're not
and
willing
our-
to say yes or no because it's very obvious
Clear.
that the answer is no.
Because if
that were the case,
it's
then
a wink and a nod. That's the
then a
reason.
lot of
Their
things would
words
be
are
sedition.
perfectly.
We
It's a
would be
perfect
executing
video,
people left, right, and
but it's a
center.
wink and a nod, and it's all meant to undermine the president of the United States. The military does not have a right to undermine
Guess what?
the chief.
Hold on a second. In this country, you do get to undermine the president of the United States.
Not if you're in the military.
No.
He's the
No.
commander-in-chief.
If you are a member of Congress, you absolutely, in this country, have a free
accountability.
right
But they're
to
calling
undermine
on
the
the
president of the
military
United
to
States. You know that,
undermine
right?
the
Also
commander-in-chief.
just made the argument that the Democrats were making in that video, because the fact is the military is not obligated to follow illegal orders.
Who's giving the illegal orders? Where are they? Give me the
The
example. of the
Democrats were
order.
saying specifically, you're not obligated to follow illegal orders.
Okay,
period.
then what illegal orders are they talking about?
Well, they're
just
in the future.
just in case.
In the future, yeah.
Because you're
just in the case.
because they're
right
all
now
crazy.
we have a
No
judge
one's
who's
gonna stop
saying
the
crazy.
midterms. No
Trump's,
one's going to stop the midterms.
Trump's sending in.
Who just came up with the conspiracy theory that Republicans are going to stop the midterms?
Trump's
That's
sending in-
crazy. That's a conspiracy theory.
All right.
Calling
We have
it
to leave
law-
it there.
All right, man.
You got it.
We have to leave it there. Next.
Do they forget what happened in the last in 2001 when Trump incited an insurrection? Like, why is it so? And again, guys, telling soldiers not to follow illegal orders is very important, because you know what Nazi soldiers did after World War II and officers? Well, we were just following Hitler's order. We didn't mean to completely burn these people, and I don't even want to talk about the things they've done. We were just following orders, Papi. Like, no, that's not an excuse. That is not an excuse. And that's what it's important to tell soldiers, that won't be used as an excuse. I was just following orders. Get the hell out of here. And anyways, yeah, Abby is right. Over 5 times the amount right-wing violence has exceeded left-wing violence since like 9/11. Even before that, it was even worse. Like, and what did Republicans do with that data? They removed it from the DOJ website so that they can sit here and try and lie about it. They don't want to fix that problem. They want it to continue. They want violence. It's the only explanation why Trump would say something like that. Why else would this guy defend that? Why would Trump say that? What do you think is the purpose of it? If something happens to one of those politicians because one of Trump's cultists do something stupid, what do you think these pundits will say? You think they'll come here and apologize and condemn the president? Or will they make excuses? Oh, well, we kept being called fascists and Nazis and racists. This is why this happened. Look at Charlie, our poor little Charlie boy. This is why it happened. It was retaliation. Like, they don't care about violence, and only when it happens to their side. And even then, they don't care about it. Their so-called friend Charlie Kirk, all their so-called friends are just grifting off him, like literally making money over his dead body. I think it's important to show the world who these people are each and every day. How cultish, how brain broken they truly are. And have archival video and audio proof of the things they said, which is essentially YouTube. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Please leave a like, subscribe. Really helps the channel. Really helps push the message out there. And I'll catch you on the next one.